Hello friends, this is Dr. Ritvi. Welcome to Homoeopathy the Healing Power. Welcome to the series of Homoeopathic Medica, where the medicines are made very easy and simple to understand. So in this series, today we are going to study homeopathic medicine Antimonium Tartaricum. Friends, let's study in detail about the key notes and key indications of Antimonium Tartaricum. Also, in this video, we will study where this remedy acts. Also, we will see what are the symptoms this remedy produces on our body, as well as we will see the key note and clinical condition where this remedy is prescribed. By the end of this video, we will see some important keynotes apart from a regular prescription. We will see some rare keynotes of this remedy which again helps us in our final prescription. So let's get started. But before that, if you are new to our channel and if you have not subscribed our channel till now, then subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and select option all so that you will get notified whenever a new video is uploaded from Homoeopathy the Healing Power. As well as give this video a like and share this video among homeopathic students and practitioners. So let's get started. Antimonium Tartaricum. Commonly, this medicine is called as tartar emetic. Antimonium tartaricum is prepared from the chemical, that is, tartarate of antimony and potash. This chemical is white powdered in texture and it has sweetish and metallic taste. This remedy is proved by doctor staff. This chemical has an emetic action. That means this chemical induces vomiting. That is why it is commonly called as tartar emetic. The main action of Antimonium tartaricum is seen on pneumogastric nerve. Also, this remedy has a great affinity towards respiratory system. That means it acts well on respiratory diseases. As well as this remedy acts on salivary glands, on mucous membrane, on nerve, on skin and also on brain. By acting on pneumogastric nerve, this remedy causes depression of respiration and of circulation. Here it produces symptoms of pneumonia, bronchitis and asthma. As well as discussed earlier, that this remedy has an emetic action, that is, it induces nausea and vomiting. That is why nausea and vomiting are the main important symptoms of Antimonium tartaricum. So here Antim-Tart produces an irritation in the base of the brain, that is in the medulla oblongata, and then the symptoms of intense nausea and vomiting is produced. As well as by acting on the mucous membrane, it produces catarrhal inflammation and increases the secretion of mucous membrane. That means wherever this remedy acts on the mucous membrane of that respective part of the body, here it will produce a catarrhal inflammation of the mucous membrane and it will increase the secretion of that mucous membrane. By acting on skin, it produces pustular eruptions and these eruptions looks like that of smallpox. Symptoms in Antimonium tartaricum are produced because of anger, because of vexation and also because of smallpox. As well as symptoms in Antimonium tartaricum are caused because of vaccination. As well as dampness, debility and debauchery produces symptoms in Antim-Tart. Friends, one by one let's see the keynotes of Antim-Tart. Starting first with the typical tongue of Antim-Tart patient. This Antim-Tart patient have a tongue which is coated of white fur, and this tongue also have a band of raised red papillae seen at the edges or sometimes seen at the center of the tongue. This is again a typical tongue of Antim-Tart, a most diagnostic tongue of Antim-Tart patient, and this typical characteristic feature of tongue will be seen with rest of other clinical cases that may be in respiratory diseases, that may be with any gastrointestinal or with any other diseases related to skin or with any mental picture. This tongue will help us to identify Antim-Tart patient. Along with that, the patient suffers from great prostration and sleepiness. The sleepiness is so marked in the patient that all the complaints in Antim-Tart patient are present along with an irresistible desire to sleep. Again, this is a PQRS symptom of Antim-Tart patient. Along with this, there is intense nausea and vomiting present in Antim-Tart patient. This later again produces prostration and sleepiness. So intense nausea and vomiting is also present with rest of the other symptoms in this patient. Again, this is a keynote symptom of Antim-Tart. Friends, one by one, let's see the important clinical condition where Antim-Tart is prescribed, starting first with gastrointestinal symptoms. Antim-Tart is typically prescribed for indigestion, that is for dyspepsia, in its gastrointestinal symptoms. Here the indigestion occurs because of overeating. This indigestion produces a great disgust for food in patient, and this great disgust for food is only relieved after vomiting. Here a constant nausea and vomiting is also present with indigestion. Along with indigestion, the patient has a desire for cold water. There is a thirst for cold water but of very little quantity. Along with this indigestion, the patient has headache, yawning with fear, and this headache, yawning and fear later ends with prostration, drowsiness and sleepy feeling. As discussed earlier, prostration, drowsiness and sleepiness is always present with Antim-Tart patient. Along with this, a typical picture of tongue which discussed earlier, that is a tongue of white fur with raised papillae at the center and at the edges of the tongue, is again present with gastrointestinal symptoms of Antim-Tart. Sometimes when there is an intense nausea and vomiting, this intense nausea and vomiting produces anxiety, fear and pressure feeling in the hypochondrial region of abdomen in Antim-Tart patient. This later ends in cold sweat, cold and cyanosis of face if the vomiting is of very severe degree. Friends, Antim-Tart is also indicated for cholera morbus. Here, the patient suffers from sharp cutting pain in the abdomen felt before the stool. And after each stool, the patient suffers from very burning sensation felt in the anal region. Here again, there are loose stool, great tenesmus feeling during stool. Again, after the stool, the patient will suffer from drowsiness and prostration. This ever increasing prostration sometimes leads to collapse condition. Mentally, Antim-Tart patients have a great fear of being alone. They have a great despondency, as well as this patient have very bad humor, apathy and indifference. This remedy is also suitable for children, and it is even prescribed for the respiratory and gastrointestinal diseases seen in children. So that is why children also show a typical mental picture in Antim-Tart. The child cries loudly, especially with respiratory diseases and with gastrointestinal diseases like intense nausea and vomiting. We see that the child cries so loudly and nothing pleases the child at this time. Whatever things are offered to please and to calm down the child are rejected by the child. So this is a very common symptom seen in other remedies like chamomilla, senna, and antimcrute. The child even cries loudly when touched. Friends, Antim Tart even works greatly for skin diseases. As seen in the pathogenesis itself, that Antim Tart is indicated for pustular eruptions, and when these pustular eruptions are specifically look like smallpox. So, Antim Tart is a well indicated remedy for smallpox. Specifically indicated when this smallpox is accompanied with intense backache, with teasing rattling cough, and with persistent headache. At this time, Antim Tart works great. Friends, let's see the respiratory symptoms of Antim Tart for which the Antim Tart is highly prescribed. Antim Tart is one of the most suitable remedy for pneumonia, for bronchitis, for emphysema, for asthma, for whooping cough, and for any type of respiratory diseases. When symptoms agree, Antim Tart works best. Here, the symptoms are caused because of exposure to cold damp weather or because of after effects of vaccination. Here, the cough is triggered because of after eating and drinking, and sometimes because after crying. Here the fit of the cough occurs. The fit of the cough is so severe that the patient gets up from the bed and clings to the things surrounding him and cough loudly. There is a great accumulation of phlegm in the chest and in the bronchial tubes, but the expulsive power to get this phlegm out of the body is very low. So the expulsive power is very low, and that is the reason that the phlegm gets accumulated in the bronchial tubes. Every time the patient coughs, a large accumulated mucus in the bronchial tube which is present comes up in a very little quantity. And that's the main symptom of Antim Tart present. That is the great rattling of mucus, but a very little is expectorated. This is the most important symptom of Antim Tart for any prescription in respiratory diseases. Whenever we find this symptom that there is a great accumulation of mucus in the bronchial tube but a little is expectorated, this produces great rattling, and here comes Antim Tart to work wonderfully. Hoarseness is felt by the patient. There is a rapid short breathing. Sometimes the patient suffers from difficulty in breathing and patient feels as if this would suffocate him. So patient sits up and takes deep loud breathing. There is a pain in the chest region felt by the patient. Edema of lungs is also seen in pneumonatic cases, and this edema even threatens to paralysis of lungs. So, edema and impending paralysis of lungs is seen in Antim Tart patient. This rattling of mucus and cough produces rapid weak trembling pulse. Dizziness along with the cough is also seen. Patient suffers from dyspnea because of heavy cough, and this dyspnea is relieved by eructation. Again, this is a keynote symptom of Antim Tart. As well as the cough and the dyspnea are better by expectorating the phlegm and better by lying on right side. Again, this is the most important symptom of Antim Tart. When patient suffers from severe degrees of respiratory diseases, cyanosis is also seen along with the cough. The face becomes cold, blue and pale and covered with the cold sweat. All the symptoms in Antim Tart are aggravated in evening from lying down at night, from warmth in cold damp weather, and from all sour things and especially from milk. As well as the symptoms gets better from sitting erect, by eructations and by expectoration. Antim Tart antidotes pulsatilla and sepia. This remedy is compared to Kali Sulph and Ipecac. Antim Tart can be prescribed from lower to the higher potency. So friends, this is all about Antimonium Tartaricum. Please leave your valuable feedback and any suggestion in the comments section given below. Like this video, share this video and subscribe the channel to meet again. Thank you for watching.